Pope Francis is urging Catholics to tear down all walls and spread peace and justice. The Holy Father is in Fatima, Portugal, to mark the anniversary of the apparitions of the Virgin Mary to 3 shepherd children. The Pope will declare 2 of those children saints tomorrow. Welcome back. I'm Wyatt Goolsby, in for Lauren Ashburn. We're hearing from the pilgrims in Fatima who are bringing many intentions with them.
A cerimônia, a vinda do Papa, vim para fortificar mais a fé.
And Annabella from Mozambique, who just got married, says she came to pray for a strong marriage. For days now, church groups, families, and individuals have made their way to the town, some on their knees in prayer. Organizers say they expect 1 million pilgrims. Dr. Matthew Bunson, EWTN senior contributor and senior editor with National Catholic Register, joins us now. Matthew, Pope Francis talks about being a pilgrim of peace and hope. How did he kind of convey that message today?
Yeah, well, in this vigil, he came straight to the Chapel of the Apparitions, and his message in this vigil tonight, the opening prayer, was, as you said, he's a pilgrim, like the millions of other pilgrims.
Not just a trip, right?
Not just a trip, yeah. He's a pilgrim of peace. He's a pilgrim of hope, but he's also a pilgrim of the light, he said, that comes from the Blessed Mother. Then he added, as you noted in the lead-in here, that he talked about we have to tear down the walls. And he added this in the prayer that was sort of beautifully nested in a version of the Salve Regina that we heard today. We have to tear down the walls. We have to go out to the peripheries. And then he hit on one of his great concerns, and that is warfare everywhere around the world. He talked about the spilling of blood. And then at the very end of that prayer, what did he do? He came back to Our Lady being a refuge for sinners, taking us back to the key conversion, the theme of hope and prayer and conversion for sinners.
It's a very powerful message. The Shrine of Fatima has received 2 golden roses, going to receive a 3rd this weekend. What is a golden rose? Explain that.
Yeah, well, today we watched Pope Francis bring that golden rose to Fatima. It's the 3rd. The first was under Pope Paul VI. It was one of the first popes ever to go to Fatima. Then, of course, we had Pope Benedict XVI in 2010. Pope Francis is bringing his. The golden rose is a rare papal honor. It's usually in history been given to monarchs and heads of crowns, and also even to cities that have done great work for the church. In the modern era, most of the golden roses have gone to Marian shrines. Pope Francis has given one, in fact, already to Our Lady of Czestochowa and one to Our Lady of Guadalupe. For Francis, though, the golden rose is not only a great honor to honor Mary, it's also a symbol for him of penance. And we go back to Paul VI's letter to Fatima. On the key of penance is a rose symbolizing that healing of the sinner.
It's so interesting to hear how he's following the footsteps of his predecessors in that sense. There's, like I said, there's not, like, if there's not enough going on today, what can we expect tomorrow?
Yeah, well, tomorrow there are 2 things we got to look for. First is the rite of canonization, when Francisco and Jacinta Marto are declared new saints. We'll have the litany of saints, and then we'll have the petitions and the requests of the Holy Father to canonize them. And then we'll have, of course, the Mass, everything centered on the Eucharist. Pay close attention to Francis's homily tomorrow. I think he's going to pick up on a lot of the themes that we heard in the prayer today, but the peripheries, about peace in the world, that fundamental message of conversion from Our Lady, and, of course, the power of the Rosary.
It is pretty powerful and pretty impactful for so many people who are coming there. Matthew Bunson, thanks so much. We appreciate your contributing. And, of course, if you want to watch, you can check it all out right here on EWTN tomorrow.